Day 4 of this fucking cleanse. Whiskey.
Play action fakes it to pass in zone. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome to Genos Picks, which, as you can see, are finally out of my kitchen and in the fucking shitter. They may appear to be in the studio, but they're not. They're in the toilet after a 4-0 week fucking 12, guys, which dropped Daddy to 21-27. But it's a time of miracles. It's time of miracles as we begin December and the holiday season. So let's hope we get a miraculous perfect week this week, and maybe even get that old Scrooge Kevin Brennan to show up again sometime on this football show at the end of the month. But let's get to the picks. My first pick, the Vikings are giving 3 to the Jets in Minnesota. The Jets have a quarterback named Mike White, and we all remember his middle name extremely. That's their starting quarterback, but that's their new QB. The Vikings for years have had a white quarterback by the name of Kirk Cousins, and he has feasted on inexperienced QBs like White. The Vikes had all week to study the younger White's game tape, and he will look nothing like the QB that made people think they had their answer to Zach Wilson on the field this past week, Garrett. And you know what you'll find yourself screaming like all the Jets fans? Go fuck yourself, which is actually the answer to Zach Wilson in the locker room every Sunday afternoon. Take the Vikes and lay the 3. My next pick, the Ravens are laying 8.5 to the Broncos in Baltimore. By the way, I told you, literally Colin Cowherd is screaming like, I don't know what's going on with Russell Wilson. He lost his way. In fact, there was an old phrase, guys. It was called let Russ cook. Please, at this point, it should be called let Russ bake. Because the last time I saw something this awful, it involved people in ovens. Wait, do that again. Yeah, fuck it. People in ovens. God, it's like I'm so out of practice. The Jews, okay? It reminds me of the Holocaust, all right? And by the way, it's a hell of a cost if you've been betting fucking Denver this year because they suck. There you go. Landed that one. But as any of those white elitists in Denver's and Aspen will tell you, this really is happening. Whether you want to say it was Pete Carroll or those years, all those years, or agree with what we've been saying all season, that Rust has lost his way, there's no getting around the fact that the Seahawks with Geno Smith and 2 rookie O-linemen are far better than Wilson has been this year. And let me tell you, he is the perfect way to put it. Not to mention, from what I've seen watching these games, the new line in the clubhouse is let Russ go fuck himself. A lot of clubhouse jokes this week. Take the Ravens and lay the 8.5. My next pick, the Seahawks are laying 7.5 to the Rams in Denver. Oh, I feel so much more confident now. So much more confident. The Rams may have come off a huge loss last weekend to the Chiefs, but they suffered, and they didn't fucking cover. And they suffered an even bigger loss during the week when it was announced that Aaron Donald would be out for this Sunday's game. And let's face it, if you don't have the Donald named Aaron in your defensive line, you may as well have the Donald named Ronald Mick, because either way, it's going to be a clown show on defense for the Rams. Watch his Seahawks running back, Kenny Walker, the third, who wears number 9, so he goes by the name K9 because the coloreds love that shit, is going to fucking give the Rams defense fits without Aaron. Hey, not all of us can get better when we lose the best Aaron in the game. Take the Seahawks and lay the 7.5. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet. The Saints are getting 3.5 from the Bucs in Tampa. Tom Brady may not have been having sex with Gisele Bündchen, but I see where he was getting it from. That sex was coming from his head coach, who continues to fuck him and the entire team over every week in Todd Bowles. Remember when he was your head coach, Garrett? Jesus Christ. Why the fuck didn't Bowles give Tom Brady the ball with 16 seconds and 3 timeouts left last Sunday in Cleveland after your defensive genius head coach, not unlike fucking our guy Staley, gives up a touchdown to the fucking Cleveland Browns to tie the fucking game on their 4th and final play with seconds left? Oh yeah, because you're dealing with an even dumber cunt, Tom Brady, at work than you ever were at home. This is a divisional game, and the Saints know how to keep it close. And if they can't, Todd Bowles will let them back in late, because they missed their old head coach. And if we've learned anything from history, the simple fact is Aryans do far better than blacks when it comes to efficiency. It goes back to 1940, people. Take the Saints and the points you're getting. Those are Geno's picks. Football show coming up.